Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelovek Movies. My name is John and this is going to be an unboxing for some subscriber mail I've received from Leon from the channel Leon Talks Film. Link down below. But first, I'm sure Liam wouldn't mind, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the subscriber mail I got from Lauren from Lauren's collection, link down below, that I received yesterday. When I received this gift through the post, I was blown away by it, that I didn't really sort of do the full thing that I wanted to talk about on it. So I'm just going to round up on this video and then I'm going to get back to talking about Leon's subscriber mail and also a few little other things I want to talk about on this video, which pertains to some recent videos that Leon's put out on his channel. More about that in 2 minutes. But first, I just want to talk a little bit more about this that I got yesterday from Lauren. Lauren Talks Films? No, Lauren's collection. And this was a subscriber mail from Lauren, and it's a criterion which blew my mind. I couldn't believe when I saw it. When I realised it was a criterion, I was like, what? But so grateful for that. So anyway, I haven't watched the film, obviously. I watched the trailer. The trailer is very intriguing, I've got to admit. So what I did was I went and looked at a few scenes in the film just to sort of see what the quality was like, and I've got to admit it's pin sharp. It's black and white, pin sharp, and it does have that sort of, if I can explain, it's like a 60 frames per second that's on Gemini Man. A lot of these old films have been treated, although it doesn't mention anything about it on here. It's got like a sort of 60 frames per second feel. I think it's a motion smoothing, which really benefits, especially silent films. A lot of them have got 60 frames per second in it. You can't really notice until you notice. Sometimes you'll watch a Buster Keaton film and you'll see that motion, the motion sort of move that slowly, not jerky, not anything, that you kind of get that feeling, impression that it's a 60 frames per second treatment. And I know I've seen a few videos on YouTube, and they do talk about silent films being shot or being presented in 60 frames per second. Sometimes on the actual discs themselves, you've got you can watch them in 60 frames per second or 24 frames per second. Sorry, I'm tongue-tying me. Wowzer. So I'm just tongue-tying myself up, but basically what I'm saying is this film looks absolutely brilliant in both what it's about and also its presentation as well. So I just want to thank Lauren once again. I am so amazed to receive a criterion through the post, and I just wanted to say, please do check her channel out. She just put some great stuff on her channel. She's very entertaining. So also me and Lauren and Leon talk quite a lot on Instagram. And we have got that collaboration coming up, which I'm going to try and do today to put it out tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Also, I've just had my second jab for the COVID, so hopefully that's me done and dusted. And I have got a bad head, but hopefully that's not going to lead to anything else. No sickness or anything like that. I was all right with the first one, so apart from a bad head. And I think that's sort of coming on at the moment. But anyway, enough of that. So once again, thank you, Lauren. I really do appreciate you doing this. And also, if you're thinking about picking this title up, do go for it, because it looks absolutely amazing. A lot of these criterions do look, jaw-dropping, but this one, especially when I thought myself when I put it on, but it's saying it's a 2K restoration. To be honest, it looks more like a 4K restoration for me. It's that clean and sharp. So thanks once again. I just want to take a bit of time out to sort of finish that off, because I don't think I said much promotional stuff about Lauren's channel at all. I just said thank you and that was it. I was a bit stunned in the least. So yes, get yourself over to Lauren. You'll have a good time with the channel, and also wow. So thanks once again, Lauren. I really do appreciate that. So Liam got in touch with me yesterday and said he would like to send me some subscriber mail. And also, had I got anything recently from 88 Films? And I said, well, I've got nothing in the pipeline. I know there's a few things coming up. And he said, well, I'm just checking because I wanted to send you this particular thing, which I'm guessing is from 88 Films. Now, it's just dropped through the door. And to be honest, it feels quite formidable. I'll put it up like that. Everyone's got to be happy. So I'm really excited to get into this. It's quite heavy as well. So I just think, wow, this is I've got no idea, but I'm just so amazed at the things that people are sending me through subscriber mail, as I'm seeing a lot of really brilliant subscriber mail dropping on people's videos at the moment. It's just absolutely brilliant. So before I get into that, Recently, Leon has done some videos which have really made me want to go for certain titles, and it's great to see his exuberance in talking about these particular films, which made me just say, I've got to see that film, I've got to buy that film. So that on the latest video that Leon's just dropped, he's talked about the 101 Black Label version of Spookies, and also he's talked about some of the makings of on the end of it, some documentaries which go into details about things like, especially the company Vipco. Now I'm sure that people who know about Vipco know about them, especially from back in the day, in the VHS days. They were the go-to labels. In fact, they're the ones that that's one of the labels that was a real big heavy hitter back in the day in releasing all these films that you wanted to see, all of the sort of banned video nasties. So as a side note to that, I'm just going to show this more for Leon, just to say this is the only Vipco that I officially own on DVD. I've got none on VHS. I think I had a couple, but not that many. This is the Case of the Bloody Iris and also Snow Beast. I have watched Case of the Bloody Iris quite a while ago, and Snow Beast I don't think I've even seen that one. This is one of the ones that they had, which was like a double feature. They did a few of them. These were always released separately, then released in double, because really Vipco are like the ultimate exploitation company, both for what they take, what they show on films, and also how they sort of exploit the customer as well. They've got no shame in what they sort of exploit, in their exploitation things. This disc here is just a simple disc. It's just a flipper, one side for one film, one side for the other, and it's the only one officially owned now by Vipco. I don't really need to own it, but I'm going to keep this one as a sort of reminder of those days. I haven't the Vipco. They did come out and did do some like DVD stuff, and then they just failed miserably. I think personally, if they kept on going, they could have rivaled Arrow if they weren't such sort of intentionally low budget company, which really were more about ripping people off than providing something decent like Arrow do, in my estimation. But I do appreciate what they were up to. Also, as a quick side note, I just wanted to say to Leon, if you haven't checked these out, do check them out, because you find out loads and loads and loads about video nasties, especially Vipco. There's loads of interviews with Kim Newman that go through every single film. They show every single from the DPP list. They show every trailer from the film, so you get to see all of these ridiculous sort of films that are out there. I would love to collect them all. You've got that as well. I forgot that was even in. Look at that. You've got a picture card there for actually we've got quite a few picture cards. Wow. I think I might have to show this off in a separate video. I think these are still in print, but if you can get them cheap, Leon, please do, or anybody else, if you're into getting things that tell you all about the sort of video nasties thing, what it was, I do urge you to see these. They're packed full of stuff, hours and hours and hours of runtime, and there's only 2 out. I don't think they're ever going to put a third one out. So, and this was released by Nucleus Films, another company which is sort of kind of fell by the wayside, and they are good, but they don't do enough for me. Okay, so that was just a sort of behind the scenes thing about what Leon's videos is all about, his recent videos. I'll leave a link down to Leon's channel, Lauren's channel, Leon talking about Spookies, Leon also talking about Tammy and the T-Rex, because for Spookies and Tammy and the T-Rex, Leon has effectively twisted my arm and made me think I've got to get them too. I did get Tammy and the T-Rex and I had an absolute blast with it, so I can't wait to get Spookies. It's got a really nice version, which Leon will talk more about down below. His channel is really amazing to me. I've followed his channel for a long time. I always have a good time with his stuff. He's just a really, really nice, genuine guy who I find that his knowledge of movies at a young age is quite astounding. I don't think I knew how to tie my shoelaces at his age, never mind know about all these spectacular releases. And he doesn't pick thing up and say, oh, I'm going to watch this and I've got a clue. He does find things out about it. He is like a sponge. He sucks all this information in and then returns it out in his videos. And I always find when he gets something out of his videos, he gives you that much knowledge, so you can go to this. Maybe even you're thinking about picking this up, but he would tell you if it's not worth it. and you would like give it a wide berth. So it's a very helpful channel, I find, for finding information out. Okay, so this video might have been about the longest introduction to any unboxing that you've ever seen, but I promise you now we shall unbox this. So yes, so this, I wasn't expecting this to come till way in the day, because I'm sure this was only ordered by Leon yesterday, like quite evening. So this is another thing to say that another thing to say that Amazon are probably, in my estimation, the best company for delivering stuff at the moment. I find their stuff to be very on time. You don't have to wait days and days, or you don't have to chase them up for saying where's my order. Everything's tracked and traced, so it's all absolutely brilliant. And thanks once again, Leon, for thinking about me for this. And finally, I'm going to open it. So here we go, and it's addressed to John Mondo Perry. So as soon as anything comes through the door saying John Mondo Perry, I know exactly. Even if Leon hadn't got in touch with me, I would have known exactly who this was off. So here we go. Deep Joy. Again, I'm getting a lot of deep joys. Okay, so the film that Leon has sent me on subscriber mail is... Take a look at that. My God. Leon. Wow. I had no idea about this. Well, obviously I do have. I know that Leon, I knew of this release because I've been after this release for a long time. On all of Jackie Chan's from around about this time, The Young Master, Drunken Master, Snake and Eagle's Shadow are all real classics. So I would say this is more like the traditional martial arts from Jackie Chan. I think in the 80s he went more sort of like, at that time period, like in the 80s, the cops stuff and all that, the more up-to-date stuff. This in the 70s is more the kind of, or the early 80s, this is more the kind of traditional kung fu that you would see across all of kung fu cinema at that time. Wow. So this is obviously from 88 Films. It's the, I'm going to say it's got to be limited edition. I do know that for some reason, I don't know why it is, and I was just looking at the new Fist of Fury as well, because the covers that 88 Films are doing for these releases, I just find them so inviting. I find them as if they just draw my eyes, and I don't know if for some reason they just remind me of a Vinegar Syndrome release, which I'm so desperate to get my hands on. In fact, I'm definitely going to get one this year. I know I keep saying it, but I am. So anyway, just take a look at this. You've got tons and tons of stuff, which I can't read because I haven't got my glasses. But all I can say is that you get 2 discs. One I can see, yes, 2 discs. You get a 2K remasters as well of the Hong Kong theatrical cut. You get an international export cut, and basically extended export cut as well. So I think you get 3 versions of this on this film. And once again, actually, I'm a little bit stunned. I'm kind of taken aback to see. So as you can see, you've got the Blu-ray in there, and you've also got a booklet, which looks a huge booklet. And also this one here, it looks like it's a poster as well. I can see at the side there. And all I can say is, Leon, I'm just totally blown away by this. These are films that I'm really after. Like I say, the new Fist of Fury. It's just a picture cover. It just really draws me into this releases, and just make me think I've just got to get this stuff. Now, funny enough, these films, the special editions as well, I was looking in HMV for just similar ones like this. I only saw the new Fist of Fury in there, which I didn't pick up actually, but I'm sure I will pick up. Hopefully it'll be there by the time I get back and not gone. It still had the slipcover on, because basically I want the slipcovers or slip boxes on this versions. But wow, look at that. The attention to detail. I mean, these rival the best of the Arrows. I mean, Arrows, you could say, are the sort of zenith in this in UK releasing of these films. But this one here is this style of things. You've got your hard box. You've got everything going for it in this set. 88 Films, I've got to admit, have stepped their game up massively since they first come out. They were intriguing when they first came out, but I think now that they are kind of knocking on Arrow's door, and I think Arrow want to sort of get back to getting this type of stuff out. Arrow are going a bit more mainstream. I don't know if that's because of the recent mergers or the fact that they're dropping the Arrow Academy one, and they might be trying to get their self into different mediums, you know, maybe a bit more mainstream, which is fair enough. But I do think they shouldn't forget about the roots, and the roots were this type of movie. I know that Arrow have released a lot of this type style of movie, this sort of old kung fu stuff or old Asian cinema stuff. So they don't want to leave that behind, because 88 films are knocking on the door as if they're going to take over their mantle for that, and maybe they're going to lose their sort of niche place on the market for this type of thing. So there might be a bit of a battle going on. I don't even know if there's a battle to a certain extent between these two companies. I wouldn't have thought so. But yes, wow. So just think, in 2 days I've received these through the post. Absolutely brilliant. I can't thank you both enough, Leon and Lauren. Like I say, I've got that video coming up very soon. I keep talking about this video, but I've got to go and do it and edit it and all that type of thing. And I've usually found when I edit these things together, it takes a little bit of time. But I had to put this out straight away. This is going to go out today. And once again, I think I'm going to probably do a separate video on this, just a bit of a like unboxing on it. I haven't got the other one, the old one, to do it to. Actually, to be honest, I think I have got an old one, or my son's got it now. He might have this one, a Drunken Master. I'm not too sure. But if I have, I'll put that on my video when I open it up and have a look at it. So I'm going to go down, have a bit of a check of it out, and then probably do a video of this compared to the old one. Quite interested in doing that. And in fact, I will do a video of this anyway. Okay, so thanks once again, Leona. I don't really know what to say, if I'm honest. This is just crazy to think that this was, I didn't know what was coming, and I didn't think it was something like this. This is just brilliant. And it's so funny to think that when Leon mentioned 88 films, I sort of thought in my head, you know, what could be. I was trying to think of what things were out and about, but I never ever thought it was going to be one of these. And to be honest, you must have read my mind, because this is a thing that I'm very interested in. Jackie Chan films. Yes, they're not all great, but the majority of these ones are excellent, and I'm really interested to see Snake and the Eagle's Shadow. Also Drunken Master, as well as I'm sure that's getting another one somewhere. I know it's got a one for Eureka, which I've had in my hand a few times, but that may be getting another special one, or I might be just imagining that. Okay, so thanks once again, Leon. Thanks once again, Lauren. Look forward to just putting this video out very soon with our collaboration. And once again, wow. Okay, so thanks once again for watching. You take care, and I will see you on the next video.